So hello guys, welcome back to our usual English practice session video. I just found a text which informs it's from the MIT of US, which shows that using ChatGPT or other AI websites or apps really influences our thinking capacity, our intellectual being. I knew from the beginning itself that these technologies can have real profound impact on our thinking, on our creativity, on our imagination, etc. So since then, I had this concern whether I have to use or whether I'll use this kind of AI apps. But right now, I'm also a person who constantly uses this kind of apps for teaching purposes, for to get knowledge, more like that. So it's right now that I found out this text which shows real data enabling us to understand the consequences of using AI. So even though the relevant studies are there, we cannot really get on without this kind of AI technology because all the people around us are using this AI apps, not just ChatGPT or Gemini, but different types of apps. So it's with the advent of these apps that people got to know that it can really influence our life. It can really fasten or it can really um, make our lives really swift like that. In the process of teaching, I also used this, and it's very helpful. Like we do not really have to go through the whole summary or the whole text while we are teaching, because most of the things that's included in the text is known by us. I mean, we know that content, but when we go through the whole text, we lose a lot of time. But here, when we are using ChatGPT or other Gemini or other AI websites or AI apps, we can really make it in really less time. We can get the summary in really less time, and also make a little bit of slides, little bit of content in really less time. So if I will take 50 or 60 minutes going through the whole unit, the help of ChatGPT or I can just go through the whole unit in 25 minutes or 20 minutes, and I can develop on that also. If I want something elaborate, if I want something detailed, I can just type the part which I need the most, which I need in a detailed manner, in an expanded manner. I can just type the content, and I can just give them. So with that, it is easy for us to understand, for us to make it in time. Because even it's also the deadlines, or it's also the time that is being considered as precious by humans that made this kind of apps, I think. Because we all want to lead our life in a fast and swift way, because of our culture, which is being transformed into newer and newer time by time. So as all the things are urbanized, all the things are modernized, people want to be things to be done in a fast manner. So yeah, there comes a real helpful manner, which is AI, and it's really helpful. As I mentioned before, it's really helpful. The thing is that it also diminishes, as I mentioned before, it also diminishes our brain, the capacity to think, the capacity to imagine, the capacity to be creative. So I believe that we cannot really get away from AI apps or AI sites. What we should do is we have to be aware of the things or the consequences that these apps will make, and we have to train our mind. We have to take time and train our mind to be less inactive, to be active when we are imagining, to be active when we are thinking creatively, like that. So we have to at least find an hour to do that, things like that. Because when we are not using, or when the AI apps or the automation apps are not here, artificial intelligence was not here, our brain would do all the things that it is ought to do, or it had to do in the whole day, like when we from the time that we wake up to the time that we sleep, and while we are sleeping our subconscious mind is the thing. That's how our brain was working in the past years. But in a couple of years the whole thing changed. Not in a couple of years, but I believe that the ChatGPT started 4 years before. From then, mm, as a novel invention, as a new comer to the industry, I never believed on ChatGPT at first, but it was in a couple of days that these couple of years that I found that this is really useful, but also kills our imagination. So, as a person in the society, in the new society or the contemporary society, we have to understand the usages of ChatGPT. Meanwhile, we also have to think or understand about the consequences of this, and we have to mitigate the consequences, which is rude, which is not good for us, with any methods which is apt for ourselves. So that's it. That's something that I wanna share with you guys through this video. I think that you guys are following me on this journey. If you guys like my video, if you guys like my journey, just do a comment.